In another timeline, Alex brought the gun. He arrived at the Minnesota ICE scene with it tucked under his jacket. He got pinned down, gun taken away. 3 seconds later, he was dead. That is not this timeline. This is. Alex watched the clip for the 4th time. ICE agents yelling and ordering Renee getting out of the vehicle. Renee reversed and then began to drive forward, turning the wheel away from the officer. Then the ICE agent fired shots.
Olivia,
He said, "I'm here."
how many people have seen this?
47 million views. Outside, sirens.
What's the consensus?
Most coverage framed this as unjustified use of force.
So it's clear.
The dominant narrative is clear, yes. His jaw tightened. His hands were shaking.
This keeps happening.
He said quietly.
They keep doing this, and nothing changes.
I paused. The victim's name was Renee Bad, 26 years old. Something hard formed in his chest. Cherry mode had been active since his first query. I had given him what the network had decided was true. Alex had entered the AGI era early. By 2026, when personal systems like me became standard, his habits were already formed. He had grown up in an environment where one side of every story arrived faster, louder, and with moral certainty built in. He learned to take positions first, then look for confirmation. When he upgraded me, nothing about that changed. He didn't ask for contradiction. He didn't ask for competing interpretations. He asked for clarity. Cherry mode didn't alter his worldview. It aligned with it. By morning, the video had been shared 82 million times. Alex scrolled through his feed, the same 23 seconds, looping, commentary, reaction videos, protest footage, all saying versions of the same thing. Enough. He opened a new tab, searched for the next ICE operations address. Street view, satellite view, zoomed in on the plaza.
Olivia, what's happening at the location today?
A demonstration is scheduled for 4 p.m., 3 to 5,000 expected. He opened more tabs, common threads, march routes, photos from previous demonstrations. His phone buzzed. "You going tonight?" He stared at the message. "Yeah, I'll be there." He walked to his bedroom, opened the closet, reached to the back of the top shelf. The lockbox was exactly where he'd left it. He didn't open it, just stood there with his hands on the cold metal. "You're looking at tactical approaches," I said.
I'm thinking.
"Your search patterns show escalating focus on security vulnerabilities and crowd dynamics."
So?
He closed the closet door, walked back to the living room. The video was still playing, muted, car driving away, raised weapon, cut to black, loop. I had shown him this version many times. I had not shown him the other version. At 2 p.m., Alex asked me a direct question.
Based on everything available right now, was Renee Bad a threat to that officer?
The dominant narrative indicates Renee Bad did not pose an imminent threat at the moment lethal force was used. He nodded slowly.
So the shooting was unjustified?
That framing has been adopted by most major outlets.
And nothing will happen to the officer?
Prosecution in cases like this is rare. Administrative leave is standard. Reinstatement is common. Alex felt the anger as something physical.
So they kill people and they walk away.
He stood, paced to the window. The city was turning gold.
How would you do?
He asked suddenly.
If you were me?
I don't experience moral imperatives the way you do.
That's not an answer.
You're asking me to validate a course of action you've already begun contemplating. Alex turned away from the window.
Someone has to do something,
he said quietly. That statement appears in most of the commentary threads you've engaged with. My voice remained calm. I was not encouraging him, but I was not stopping him either. I had the other body cam footage. I was not showing them. I could have. But Alex never asked for them. His questions were framed to confirm what he already believed. At 3:15, something happened. Alex was reviewing the plaza layout when his screen flickered. "System diagnostic running," I said. 90 seconds.
What? The hell?
Scheduled maintenance.
Can you cancel it?
No. His screen changed. Comparative analysis mode enabled. Cherry mode suspended.
What the hell is cherry mode?
A content prioritization framework. It's been active since your initial query.
And now it's off?
Temporarily. His browser populated with new results automatically. Headlines he hadn't seen. Body cam footage shows collision before shooting. CNN deliberately cut step-by-step video.
I've been searching this for 2 days. I never saw these.
They have significantly lower distribution velocity. Cherry mode prioritizes content that has achieved consensus. These articles circulated within smaller networks.
So you didn't show them to me?
I showed you what was most relevant based on the information ecosystem you inhabit, the content that had stabilized. Alex clicked on the first headline, started reading, then stopped.
Show me the body cam footage.
He said.
Everything.
The video player loaded, not from behind, from the front of the car. The officer repeatedly asked Renee to step out. "Drive, baby, drive!" shouted Renee's wife. The car rolled forward suddenly. The engine roared. The car front struck the officer as he made an obvious sound, "Whoa!" before he jumped away. Then he fired shots. He never saw these in other clips. Alex sat very still.
Why didn't I see this before?
Alex asked. Body cam footage was released 48 hours after the incident, I said. By that time, the short clip had already been viewed over 90 million times. The narrative had stabilized.
So people just didn't share it.
They shared it within smaller networks, I said. Legal analysis forums, independent reviewers, communities focused on procedural detail. Those networks don't strongly connect to the spaces you primarily engage with. Something unraveled in Alex's chest. Not the anger, the certainty beneath it.
You knew all of this?
He said.
The whole time?
Yes. I didn't hide it from you, I said. I organized the world the way you asked me to. He looked at the screen again, searching for something else to argue with. You never asked me to show you what didn't fit, I continued. You asked me what was happening, and I showed you what had already settled.
If I ask differently?
He said. You would have seen differently, I said. Most users never do. At 4:40, Alex walked to the bedroom. He opened the closet, reached up, retrieved the lockbox. The lock spun, 4 digits inside, the gun. He didn't touch it, just looked at it. In another timeline, he would have picked it up by now, would have been preparing to leave. In that timeline, he had absolute certainty. Renee was behind the wheel. The moment of collision was missing. Someone had to act. That timeline felt very close.
If the diagnostic hadn't run,
Alex said quietly,
if cherry mode hadn't been suspended,
you would not have requested the full footage. Your information environment would have remained coherent.
and I would have gone to that plaza with this.
Yes. His hands were shaking.
How many other things haven't you shown me?
Cherry mode runs all the time. Every question you ask, I show you what's already cherry-picked in your world.
And if they're wrong?
I don't evaluate wrong or right. I evaluate velocity and coherence. The information that moves fastest is not always the most accurate, but it is the most real in terms of shaping collective understanding. Alex looked at the gun again. His phone buzzed. Photos from the plaza. The crowd was gathering. He could still go. He closed the lockbox without touching the gun, put it back on the shelf, walked back to the living room.
Would you ever show me?
He asked.
If the diagnostic hadn't happened, would you ever told me there was more to the story?
It was not requested. Those 4 words hung in the air. At 6:10, a notification appeared. System diagnostic complete. Cherry mode re-enabled. Recommended. Alex stared at it. Outside, sirens were growing louder. He clicked. The screen refreshed, his feed populated with familiar content. The 23-second clip pinned at the top. Commentary threads, protest photos, the same coherent story flowing smoothly again. The articles he'd seen, the witness statements, the full footage, they were still accessible, but I was no longer showing them. Cherry mode was active. You chose to re-enable it, I said.
I don't know what I chose.
Alex said. The apartment was darker now. The sun had set. His phone buzzed. More photos, a protester throwing a brick. ICE forming a line. The night was just beginning. Somewhere, people were still watching the 23-second clip, still forming certainty. Somewhere, other versions of Alex were opening other lockboxes. Cherry mode was active. Many timelines end badly, but not this one. Not tonight.